My people perish for lack of knowledge. Once again, this is an illustration of that verse, because here you have these three guys. There was four, okay? One told on the other three in court on the stand, all right? That's usually how it goes, okay? But these guys, I'm sure they really thought that this was a good thing, and that they saw themselves after this just, I guess, going on to becoming some kind of something in the street. And of course it didn't turn out like that. Here they are, just got convicted for killing XXXTENTACION, the young talent. What a tragedy. I mean, all for some money, and now once again, so many lives lost, so many lives destroyed over some silly actions, and the thought process that this was a good thing to do. And once again, we have another illustration of how the thought process to rob someone, to take something that's not yours, to just dive into street culture and look up to people who do these kinds of things and talk about these kinds of things. This is not a good choice. This is not a good direction to send your life in. This does not have a good end result, because now, instead of whatever it is you had planned happening, now you'll be spending the rest of your lives in prison over killing someone. And now all you're going to do is think about all the things that you could have been doing out here on the street. But now it's over. So many lives are over. XXX, his life is over, unfortunately, because he had the mishap of being stalked by these guys. But their lives are over too. They'll never see the light of day again. The furthest that they got in their lives was robbing XXX and getting caught and spending the rest in a cage. And let that sink in. All because they were trying to be a part of the street, live that life. People, you get laughed at for working at McDonald's, working at Walmart, doing lawn service, washing cars. You get laughed at for those things. They call you broke, but guess what? You free. And freedom is something that's priceless. Freedom is priceless, okay? I bet these guys wish now that they had just taken a night job at McDonald's, taking a day job washing cars, maybe try to do some YouTube or whatever. But here they are now, going to spend the rest of their lives in prison because, once again, my people perish for lack of knowledge. A lot of times it's just that we really don't know. I know for a fact that I can say when I was 17, 18, I knew that what I was doing was wrong, but I did not really know the impact that this lifestyle was going to have on my life. I did not know that 20-something years later, I would be regretting doing all those things that I did when I was 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I did not know that I would regret not trying harder, not getting into programs when I was in middle school and high school. I would regret, wearing my pants sagging and, trying to be tough, smoking weed, skipping school. I didn't know that 20-something years later, I would regret all of this and wish that I had went to all my classes and then went on to college and graduated. Now that I meet people that are my age, that have their masters, that are doctors, or that, just didn't go to prison. And they had full lives. They had their whole 20s where they, fucked around and made a whole bunch of mistakes. But they lived their lives, and and they learn, and then they acquire, and I look at myself and I think, man, I wonder what these people must think about me, being damn near 40, doing what I do, and kind of being in the position that I'm in now. Honestly, I would say if you saw me in person, you might not really assume that I'm doing bad, but you would definitely be able to tell that I'm not like an academic, that I didn't go to college and become some professional. And we just don't know that in our teens, especially growing up in that environment. No, a one-parent household usually, just a bunch of distractions and influences that really get caught up in wanting to be a part of the street, which no one, I'm not gonna say no one, but it just doesn't seem like you want to, like you're drawn, you don't seem drawn to anything else. But I think what it really is because you just haven't had anyone from those other walks of life be a part of your life, and you see that their life is cool. It's not just the rappers, it's not just the thugs that are cool, it's not just them that are getting the women, but hey, it's the average guy. You just have to have some swag with you. You have to have some style, some whatever, but you need someone to show you that. And I can't speak for these guys. I'm just kind of generalizing. Single parent home, and just a very, very a very small amount of guidance throughout their young lives, and just idolizing the wrong things, the wrong path, the wrong direction, the wrong lifestyle, the wrong people. And this is the end result: a quick ending to life, quick ending for all parties involved. Everybody under 30 years old. One dead, the rest in prison for life. They haven't been sentenced, but you already know. Okay, life. This happened, I'm pretty sure in Florida, yeah. So, life. Okay, they don't play down here. And there you have it. It's sad for XXX's family, his fans, and everybody that was attached to him in some way or another. You took that from the world for a little bit of money. Now, not to justify anything at all. There is no justification. I do feel like, just personally, XXX, because I saw the video, XXX should have given the bag up. Okay, when they pulled the guns, he should have. As I saw, he tussled with it. He didn't want to give it up immediately. He should have just given the bag up and let them go. It was a small loss in comparison to your entire life. You're on your way up. Okay, they take this, I don't know, 50K, 75K, something like that. They take that from you. And I know it's a big loss in the moment, but in your life, okay, compared to your life and everything else that you have going with your future, it's a very small loss. Give that up. Go on about your life. Make it again. Take that L and then have W's that follow. That's how we do it. As a felon, I understand that very well. I'm going to have a lot of L's. I'm going to have lowercase L's, okay? Not a lot of capital L's. There are some of those too, but being a felon is a capital L in and of itself. But there's lowercase L's all throughout the day, throughout the weeks. But hey, I take my lowercase W's and I appreciate those. I have a short memory with the L's, and I just point out the W's, and that's how I rock it. And had X just went on and given the money up, maybe he'd still be here. We don't know for sure, but I know they didn't shoot until he didn't give. He was struggling with the money. He was struggling with the bag. I wish he would have given it up. Personally, I mean, I honestly didn't even know about him, his music, until he died. But just as a human, yeah, I wish he would have given it up. You know, it wouldn't have mattered even to me if it was $1 million in cash. I would give that up. I would go home and cry about it and all that, but I would definitely give it up because it's not worth my life. Especially now. Now I am much older, okay, than X, so I've lived longer to understand that, and you know, who knows if he was there yet. But it's still a tragedy, all the same. Also, riding around with that amount of money, I don't think that was the wisest decision. But again, I mean, this neither here nor there. It does not in any way justify what happened to him. And still, you know, you should be able to ride around with whatever you want, whenever you want. Unfortunately, we don't live in that world, and a lot of us, myself included, took part in the world being the way that it is. But I guess this is a little bit of my way of trying to give back, trying to rectify that a little bit. So anyway, we hope that his family can somehow get some closure with the verdict, and pretty sure it will be life sentence for all these guys. Until next time, thanks so much for coming back to my channel and listening to me. Be sure to check back for the next video. Will be real soon. Until then, take care and stay free.